Okay, we're doing a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's it. The show's over. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, come on.
It's a joke. I'm not being serious. We just went into this completely unprepared. Like, we haven't really decided exactly what we're going to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you got any ideas?
Uh,
I mean,
I hear Sans is in Smash now.
as like a me fighter costume, not an actual character, but Megalovania is a track you can have play on Smash stages now.
I don't know how to hum that tune, honestly.
And I remember when I found out about the news, like, I had quit watching the Nintendo Directs because I was so disappointed by just about everything. Because, like, a lot of the games, like, I already knew about. It was, like, stuff that had already been announced. And, you know, there were also a lot of ports, and a handful of which were some things that a lot of people were expecting, and so that just led to it being a lot more disappointing. There weren't a whole lot of games in there that I found that interesting, and after a while, we get to the part where Sakurai is demonstrating how Banjo and Kazooie play in Super Smash Bros. And at that point, I thought he was just going to demonstrate the characters, and that would be it. So I left. I logged off my computer because I would be away from home for the rest of the night. And then after I got home, I went to bed because I would be getting up early be getting up early the next morning. Like, we've been getting up at like 5. It's super annoying. And after that, I get on Discord the next day and I see some posts on my Discord server talking about Sans and Smash, and I'm just like, wait, this is real? And after a bit of research, I found out it was legit, and I also found out that the creator of Undertale, Toby Fox himself, actually visited Masahiro Sakurai at his house, and he even told a story about how Sakurai drove him home while they listened to Super Smash Bros. Music.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? Wait, where was I going? I haven't even played the game, and I know who's, Sans, right?
Yeah.
I know who he is. I've seen a lot of the puns he makes.
I
in the
haven't
game.
really played the game either, but I remember back when it was popular, and I see the memes going around. And speaking of memes, there's this one Scott the Woz meme I keep seeing where it just says, "Hey all, Sans here."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why I keep running into that, because like people just keep posting it for some reason.
Well, it's a meme. You're gonna keep posting it till it literally dies.
Yeah, I wonder how long it's gonna take for me to get annoyed by the Scott the God meme. It's like, Scott the Woz? Scott the God. And speaking of Scott the Woz, all the members of his subreddit are called virgins. So, if I have sex, would being a part of his subreddit cancel out my sex? Would it just make it completely non-existent?
I think my brain just died thinking about that.
It's Scott the Woz math!
Yeah.
Gosh, so, yeah, I expect us to, like, jump around through all kinds of different things, because, like, we won't really stick to one specific thing. We'll talk about all kinds of different things.
We're not sure if we're going to
weird.
be fun and spontaneous or actually come up with something before we start. I mean, this topic we just talked about, I literally had come up with last night before we even thought of doing this, so...
Oh. Yeah, Austin came to me with this idea, and he said we should do something together. And since I'm a lazy ass and don't want to, and I don't want to manage like way too much stuff, I'm just like, let's do a podcast, so that way we have an excuse to be lazy.
You can still be entertaining without having to play games too. So
I mean, I did suggest that we eventually play over games sometimes, because like we could play some of our PC games at some point.
Yeah.
But I also want to play some of our console games. But the problem is we can't really play those because we don't really have a capture card. Of course, emulation's an option, but people get pissed off about emulation. But that's a can of worms that we can maybe open some other time.
In other news, there's bees added to Minecraft.
Yes, there are bees in Minecraft, and apparently they are transgender. That's the new hip Minecraft meme, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I haven't seen them in Minecraft yet, per se. I don't know if there's going to be, like, added food with the honey, like honey bread or a honey sandwich. I don't know what they're going to add with that honey.
I haven't really played a whole lot of the newer versions of Minecraft. I haven't really gone that far past 1.12.2, since that's what us and the boys usually play when we play mod in Minecraft.
All the mods are still available for 1.12.
Yeah, that's
they haven't
the point.
been made
like,
official for...
Although I've been hearing that they're making progress on Forge for the newer versions of Minecraft, so that's good.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Minecraft. We're talking about Minecraft.
So, yeah, but apparently, I think it's still in Snapshot. I don't think it's available for 1.14.4 or whatever version it's at right now. I still can't believe I've been playing since version 1.5.2, actually.
Yeah, we both have been playing for that long. And I used to only play on creative mode, never survival. Because, like, for some reason, I just always jump to creative and I just go around building whatever. And eventually I started playing survival. It was actually awesome. That taught me how to play that.
Yeah, that's how most people usually start. They start with creative and then they end up going into survival. Hardcore, when you become a serious experienced person when it comes to playing survival, then hardcore would become a thing.
Yeah, and hardcore, I've tried it a few times. I usually die. Although my latest hardcore world, I'm actually getting pretty close to making it to the Nether, so I'm doing a lot better than I used to do.
Yeah.
So that's good. I have more experience in Minecraft, and so that just makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I played a mod pack today. I can't go into details yet because it hasn't been released or the creator hasn't actually recorded it. Or whatever we're doing with it, we're gonna do a let's play of it.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I died after 3 days, and it was because of a plain creep. It wasn't a normal creeper actually. It was.
Yeah, this is
weird.
Just a mod pack that has all these different mods that make it harder. But that's all we're gonna say about that.
Yeah, it's. I tried my best and. I died by something as simple as a creeper instead of the other stuff that was in there. But, in other words, I
try not to die from the stupid stuff.
Oh, God. I don't really die from the zombies or skeletons. Actually, I don't really die from the mobs anymore, do you?
If there's a spawner, that's the most likely time for me to die from a mob.
Yeah.
But other than that, I usually don't, unless I'm, like, already low on health. But if I'm playing with friends, I'm mostly slash-killed.
That's because you make dumbass comments.
And stupid pranks that never really go anywhere. Although, one time, I was trying to get revenge for the owner of the server, sending me several feet up in the air after I got lost in a cave. And I was gonna kill him with a bucket of lava, but he just killed me again, and he actually tried to ban me from the server. And then I put him in jail on my Discord server.
I think he actually did ban you at one point, or he kicked you at least.
He actually kicked me from the server, and he's just like, "You're gonna have to wait until next week." And then I jailed him on my Discord server. And then I just kept messing around with the voice channels until he let me back in. So yeah, I can be an ass sometimes.
So when somebody kicks you from their server or bans you, get back at them by doing douchey stuff to get back in.
Well, that's Minecraft, but any other games you'd like to talk about?
Who here has played Terraria?
They can't hear us. I mean, we can't hear them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course they can hear us, assuming they have ears and they aren't deaf, but I'd hope anybody listening to a podcast could actually hear, because
podcast is supposed to be live.
I mean, like, if you can't hear, then why would you be listening to a podcast? You need to be able to use your ear holes so you can hear our beautiful voices.
Beautiful?
I mean, I've been told my voice is cute.
I've been told mine is soothing.
Like, I've also been told I should consider being a voice actor, and I've actually, thought about it. I think it's something I may want to try in the future, but I don't feel like I'm necessarily confident enough, because, like, I think I need to get used to, like, stuff like this, and maybe I'll be more confident. I mean, like, I got a few different voices I can do, and, well, then again, voice acting is not necessarily about impressions, but impressions could get you different characters. Like, if you can do impressions, you'll have a wider range of characters to be able to voice, but it's really just about acting. Like, can you actually sound like your emotion in the character's voice is, like, legit? And,
Quite frankly, my dear, I do not give a damn.
Well, neither do I.
uh,
I was just like trying to think of something to say, like something some cranky wife would say to her husband, but like I couldn't think of anything. I was just drawing a huge blank.
Honey, I told. Fuck, that didn't sound like an old lady at all.
Honey, have you seen my pants? And that was my constipated old man voice.
Yeah, it sounded constipated.
But have you seen my pants? Seriously, I'm just walking around in my underwear and it's uncomfortable.
I thought you wore diapers.
Fuck you. God. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
No, I'm not into old guys in diapers.
I hope not. Well, anyways, let's move away from this topic. Let's just, walk away, walk out the door, far away from here, and pretend it never existed until somebody hears what we've been saying.
And burn the tape that this is being recorded on. Wait, this isn't a tape.
This is not a tape. This is Audacity.
You have the audacity to correct me in the middle of this?
No, it's literally the name of the program.
Oh.
Yeah, it's what I use to record my voice for stuff that uses my voice, and then I edit the audio and try to remove background noise.
Fair enough. Let me think here.
Something we did not too long ago was we got our Wii's disc slot fixed.
Oh yeah, I played Fortune Street again. It's a real fun game. It's basically Mario Monopoly on the Wii.
It's a crossover with Dragon Quest, so it's really weird.
I forced Yoshi into bankruptcy. Now he won't be able to pay taxes for sure.
Well, he never paid taxes in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
Frickin' criminal. But
a smooth criminal.
We were able to get the Wii's disc slot fixed. However, our broken SD card slot, we were not able to get fixed, unfortunately. We had it looked at, but the people we took it to could not fix it, so we're probably going to have to try to find someone else to fix it later.
They said they'd give it a shot and try to fix it, but unfortunately, everything... At least we were able to play our games and we didn't lose any save data. All they did was...
No, I think I know what it is. The Nintendo gods just don't let me homebrewing our Wii.
But they did get... All they had to do was replace the laser to read the disc because it apparently died.
So thanks to that, I've been enjoying Super Mario Galaxy again, and it just felt so good playing it. I mean, it's such a great game on the Wii, and the fact that it came out a year after the Wii, it's one of the Wii's best games a year after the console launched. It's just great.
Except when you get frustrated, then you start screaming. It has some of the
most frustrating missions in any Mario game, but then again, some other Mario games can be more frustrating.
If he was on a TV show, he'd have to hear the tone every time he spoke a word.
But it's a fun game, but in some areas it is held back by a few design flaws, there are some missions where, to make a power star appear, you got an objective to complete, like collecting silver stars or collecting purple coins. But the thing is, when you complete the objective, the timer keeps going down, which makes it a bit harder than it needs to be.
And you're gonna leave me with the harder one, right?
And it's really ridiculous. I mean, Galaxy 2 fixed that problem, but it has... Overall, Galaxy 2 was harder, and especially since it has that Grandmaster Galaxy at the end.
Oh, Lord.
It's this really, really long level, and it's meant to be really challenging, and then it's Prankster Comet, which is those special missions in the levels that you can unlock. In Galaxy 2, it's by collecting Comet medals to get them to appear. In Galaxy 1, they kind of just appear randomly. And you can swap them around in Galaxy 1, but in Galaxy 2, they just appear on a stage after you get the Comet Medal.
I mean, that's how comets actually work in real life.
However, for the final Galaxy, you have to put the maximum amount of star bits into the Toad Bank, which is something exclusive to Galaxy 2. And, let's just say that Prankster Comet at the end, it's one of the most difficult Mario challenges I've ever had to do. The final level, which was already pretty hard, you gotta do without getting hit and no checkpoints. It's ridiculous. I've done it once. I managed to do it once somehow. And I didn't believe I could do it. And that's how I beat it. By not believing in myself.
Pretty much.
And we also played a bit of Kirby Epic Yarn, but we never really got too into it when we played it. I'm also looking into doing another playthrough of Super Paper Mario. Like, it's great to play all these Wii games again, and, you know, maybe some of you are expecting us to talk about Nintendo Switch games. Well, we don't own a Nintendo Switch, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
We own a 3DS, but everybody's like, 3DS needs to die because the Switch is out, but nobody cares that the Wii is still getting yearly Just Dance games. And instead, we're just looking at it with a bunch of confusion.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be done making games for the Wii.
Although I heard it's because hospitals still use Wiis.
I mean, it does work for physical therapy, actually.
Although, while we're on the topic of Wiis, Wii U's. There are people that don't know those things exist. It was a follow-up to the Wii, and it did not do very well. Like, it was a little confusing because, you know, there was this one big controller one player would get and it has a screen on it, but it's kind of a cool concept, but it was not utilized often, and oftentimes it wasn't utilized very well. We also don't own this console, by the way. And the rest of the controllers would just be your existing Wii remotes. So
pretty much, yeah.
If you saw somebody playing on this, you might think it's just like some upgraded HD Wii, when in fact it was just a new console. So a lot of people were under the impression it was just some upgrade for the Wii that they didn't really need. So a lot of people ended up skipping out on it. However, a lot of Nintendo's newer games were going toward this hardware, so I don't know if that caused even more confusion or what. But while we're on the topic of Wii U's, I remembered there was this one story I heard a while back about how a truck carrying a shipment of Wii U's was hijacked and the Wii U's were stolen. And it's actually kind of funny because why would the Wii U's be stolen? Were they planning on selling them or something? Because that's obviously not a very smart plan, considering nobody knew what the Wii U was and hardly anybody actually wanted one. So why would you go out of your way to steal some and try to make a profit? You're not gonna make a profit.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, good luck making money off of a stolen dead console.
yeah, it didn't sell very well, and they didn't advertise for it very well either, which was
Yeah,
another
we saw
selling point.
very few commercials. Like, very few in comparison to the Wii. However, when the Nintendo Switch came out, like, I see ads for the Nintendo Switch all the time. Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
In fact, on the Funimation app, say what you will about Funimation, I know they don't really have the best reputation, but a lot of the anime I like to watch is on their app, which isn't very good, not gonna lie. The video player sucks and they keep running into bugs, like the video is not pausing. It's ridiculous. I've been seeing a lot of ads for the upcoming port of Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch.
Funimation, more like Dunimation.
Like, seriously though, what is with this? You can watch the entirety of this one show for free in Japanese with subtitles. But the dub, you gotta suck our dicks if you want to watch it. Like, seriously?
Can they at least take me to dinner first?
Like, the thing is, I can understand if the dub's, like, really recent, like, fairly new, just came out.
Well, yeah.
But in other cases, like, the show is, like, years old, and it's like, come on, I want to watch the show. I mean, yeah, some of you could argue, yeah, why don't you just freaking pay for it? But it's kind of ridiculous what they have restricted and what they don't, because there's no consistency on Funimation.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I freaking hate it. Like, you never know when they're going to open up their episodes for free users. Like, unlike Crunchyroll, because for most of Crunchyroll shows, they're like, okay, we're rolling it out this week, but next week, free users can watch it. I like that Crunchyroll's consistent at the very least. Then there's HeatleyDive, and I think I have more respect for them than Funimation at this point. Even though they're premium only, with the exception of some free episodes, which I don't really like. You know, just a single free episode from a series? No thanks.
Yeah.
I did have a free month with HeatleyDive, and I did enjoy my time. However, I think there's not really much of a point to getting a HeatleyDive account unless you like Sentai dubs. And I did enjoy what I watched there, so yeah. But the reason I say that is because a lot of the shows they have on HeatleyDive, you can watch for free on Crunchyroll, subtitled only, of course. So unless you like Sentai dubs, there's not really much of a point to getting High Dive. Although High Dive does have some exclusives, so it has that much at least. Yeah, I like anime.
Not to mention, the holiday season is just around the corner, so things will go on sale. Maybe if you're lucky, a Nintendo Switch will drop below $300 for Christmas.
The Nintendo Switch Lite's coming out, and it's a cheap alternative. And if you're selfish and don't want to share, get one for yourself or something.
It's $100 cheaper, right?
Like $100 cheaper, I believe.
So it's like $200 now.
Yeah. Sound fun?
It does, actually. Anyways, another topic. RWBY is coming up in November.
Yes, and RWBY is currently surrounded by all kinds of controversy.
They're using high-paid actors, yet they can't afford to pay the ones that are actually not famous, if you know what I mean. They're going to have to lay off 13% of their employees, and I hope it's nobody important, because if it's anyone important from RWBY or any of their shows that actually lend their voice, they're going to have a riot on their hands, and unfortunately there's a certain voice actor I do not appreciate anymore after controversy around, and no, I'm not talking about Vic. I'm talking about someone else.
Yeah, let's just avoid that topic for now, whether or not certain voice actors are terrible people, because that's kind of irrelevant to what we want this podcast to be. And anyways, I was unaware that Rooster Teeth was laying people off.
I saw a video for it. It's showing up on YouTube now.
Well, I'd expect some of the smaller members of Rooster Teeth to get cut. Like I'd figure people like Gus, Bernie, Barbara, and Miles Luna, and several other people. More of the big Rooster Teeth names. I expect them to stay.
I was gonna say, like I said, it sucks if they get rid of 13% of their employees, but it better not be anyone who's a voice actor, because they're in the middle of doing shows with those voice actors. And
well, like for the most part, I'd hope that a lot of shows coming out, I'd hope they wrapped up the recording sessions or getting near wrapping them up.
Although I know that Volume 7, correct, is already been recorded and it should air in November, but because of controversy this year,
one of the voice actors was replaced, and I can't really say a whole lot of us were surprised. But ever since Monty's passing, RWBY's just ended up in this weird, divisive state where you either like the new stuff or you don't. Volume 4 is like one of the least popular seasons of RWBY, and I'll be honest with you, the first season's not really that good either, but it did have its charm, I'll give it that. But Volume 4, it did have some problems, but there were some things I liked about it. Volume 5, people were saying it started off amazing and turned to crap, but the thing is, the first episode was just okay as a starting episode. It was nothing mind-blowing like everybody was saying it was.
Yeah.
But later on the season, everybody was saying it was crap, and I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I greatly enjoyed the season, and then people were saying that it's trying too hard to be edgy after Volume 3, and it's like, come on. This is just about as much, if not as much, edgy as Volume 3. So I don't really get what the problem with Volume 5 being edgy was. Of course, yeah, it wasn't a perfect season. There was no reason for it to be split into 14 episodes. It could have just been 12, but having it split into 14 just made the final episodes too short. And then Volume 6, I believe Volume 6 was more popular, better received.
Yeah.
But then we get to the end, and people are like, okay, the quality dropped, and for the most part, it just stayed nearly the same the whole time. But then they introduced the Bumblebee ship.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that was kind of forced at the end.
Some people feel like it was forced, and a lot of people are just pissed off that they put a gay ship in their show, and some people are claiming it goes against the original creator's vision. As for me, there are some actual legit criticisms that can go toward this ship, and my real problem is how it just are we really just gonna go for this after building up Blake's relationship with Sun? Like, why build up that relationship just to throw it all away and just do this?
Well, maybe they were going for more of a teaser. Maybe they don't really have romantic feelings for each other.
Well, who knows?
I'm not talking. Well, it could be that way towards Sun, or it could be that way towards Blake and Yang.
I'm not saying I have a problem with the
Yeah.
characters in the show being LGBT. Like, I mean, I could care less whether or not Ilya is gay. So,
The interesting thing is that apparently people did not like the. Also, I talked to somebody who had a complaint about the fact that they instantly got over their PTSD after confronting Adam the last time.
yeah, that's one of the criticisms I've gotten. Like,
It wasn't even a year after they. Wait, no, hold on. I don't know what the timeline is exactly.
yeah, it was Yang that suffered the PTSD. Right?
Yeah, Blake was also having issues, but
Yeah, Blake was having issues too.
but they fought him like they had no issues. And in real life, I know this show isn't real life, but anyone with PTSD would not be happy to see that and go, well, if they can do it that easily, why can't I?
Although, like, when it comes to like realism in shows, like, I think there's like a certain level of realism that should be followed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like you can get away with a lot more. So I find it a bit ridiculous when people complain about something being unrealistic in a work of fiction because, you know, it's a work of fiction. It can get away with stuff not possible in the real world. I still remember I've seen some complaints about some of the stuff in Ace Attorney being unrealistic, and some people are like, some of the newer motives are unrealistic. And it's like, have you even seen or heard some of the reasons people kill in real life? Some people in real life kill for the dumbest crap. So
I think some woman killed somebody for their chicken nuggets. I'm not even kidding.
see what I mean?
And, but yeah, people, like, there's things that happen in real life and you're like, what? And other things, it's like, that'll never happen. Like,
Yeah, flying cars will never happen. Duh.
yeah, because we'll crash our car into the bridge.
No singing. We're gonna get demonetized or copy striked and then demonetized.
It doesn't count if I sing it myself, does it?
I think it depends.
YouTube, seriously, it shouldn't count. Back off.
YouTube is terrible. Screwing over content creators over and over again, and YouTube just dances around the issue, claiming they care about their creators and demonetizing everything their LGBT creators put out, and then claim to be a supporter of LGBT rights.
Another thing, apparently
And apparently we can't say LGBT.
Apparently they are suing YouTube for demonetizing their videos or deleting them or...
Oh, yeah, you know what? We're talking about LGBT. YouTube's gonna demonetize us. See? YouTube is crap.
So their agenda is to get rid of the LGBT community, but do it softly
Well,
so nobody notices.
I guess that's what they're making it look like. They just want to... I mean, on the surface, they want to make themselves look good, so they'll do all this stuff on Twitter, and we're like... And then the LGBT people are like, quit demonetizing our videos then. I mean, YouTube, if you really do care, then stop demonetizing their videos. It's that simple.
It's supposed to be a family-oriented platform, yet it doesn't feel very family-oriented when it doesn't allow certain topics to be in there. Like, I can understand certain topics not being allowed because, you know, they're not very YouTube...
Well, have you seen...
YouTube is for all ages, okay?
Have you seen the kind of for kids content that's ended up on YouTube? Some of the most disturbing shit ever.
Yeah. So, there's not really a fine line or... really anything to define what's appropriate and not anymore on YouTube because it's just like there's videos of old porn on YouTube, and I don't know this because I looked it up. I was told by some people that you could literally find some really low quality stuff on there, and YouTube's not doing anything about it.
I mean, yeah, I do believe that some stuff is going to get past the censors.
They can't flag every video.
Yeah, because, like, flagging literally everything would be impossible.
But yeah, I wish I would have gotten my my official channel up and going back when YouTube was actually
Fun.
Yeah, I started my channel back in 2013, I believe.
That was the first time you put a video on there, although I had to do all the editing and stuff. And we recorded it on my computer because you knew nothing about that stuff. And then we put it on your channel, and then you did nothing until 2018. And then you went on another hiatus.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I mean, like, I did different YouTube stuff for a while, because, like, at first, I joined YouTube with the intention of, like, showcasing the kind of fan games and stuff I was making at the time.
Yeah.
And eventually, it just turned into something else. It just turned to this huge experimental mess. Sometimes I'd upload gameplay videos without commentary. I'd start doing Let's Play stuff, although there are only a couple of games I played all the way through. Well, we actually raced each other in Kirby's Dreamland once. That was fun. And, but, yeah, so I started, 2013, I started using my voice on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I remember I also played around with a bit of ROM hacking. And I actually thought that might be a direction my channel would end up going, but I never stayed on the path of ROM hacking, and I just went past that, and eventually I just continued doing what I was doing, started doing Super Mario 64 bloopers for whatever reason. I mean, I got into SMG4, and I guess that inspired me to create some stuff of my own. I never really stuck with them, because like I got to a point where I got tired of making them, so I just moved on to other stuff. And then after a while, I just started to feel really down, and I just figured that because of this, it would be best to change the direction of my channel and do something entirely new. So I rebranded and started reviewing games, doing countdowns, giving my impressions on stuff, ranting about stuff I didn't like, that kind of stuff. However, this went on for a little while, and I would experiment with different ideas, playing around with my voice. And I even did like Ace Attorney news videos covering these games and the news surrounding it at the time. I did it with the 6th main series game and some Japan-only spin-off sequel that we're probably never gonna get. Oh well. But I played around with some different stuff, and then after a while, I'm just like, I don't like my old name. I'm gonna get it changed, but YouTube's like, you can't get your URL changed after you've picked one. And mine was already set back when I created my channel, and this was back when you created your channel, you get that URL immediately. Nowadays, when you create your channel, you can't have a custom URL until you get like 100 subscribers. It's bullshit. So it's kind of like this race, or somebody's going to steal the URL that you want. And YouTube, fix that shit. God damn it. Really pisses me off how you ruin the URL system like this.
Yeah, that's
and knowing you, you're probably not because you're idiots, but whatever.
They're just a company that cares more about profit over their people, because literally we're considered their employees, yet they're the worst company to work for.
Yeah, well, anyways, I decided to ditch my old channel and link to a new one, and I moved over some of my favorites of my old videos over there, and like I edited them and changed some stuff around.
Yeah.
And now I'm just putting my new main videos there. So if you want to see my main stuff where I talk about games and stuff, I'll put them there. I don't necessarily have a schedule, although I think so far this year my schedule has been upload every week for a few weeks and then take a bit of time off. But the amount of times I upload can be anywhere from 1 to a few weeks, so...
I haven't been feeling like recording, but I will probably get back into it on my own channel at some point.
Yeah, so I'm still going to make stuff on my main channel. It's just I will have points where I'm not doing a whole lot on it. I mean, like, I am working on stuff, but, like, it's been a while since I've had anything ready. Like, I'm typing up some scripts, and I have some audio recorded that I need to edit, and I got some footage ready. Like, I'm gathering footage for some of my projects that I'm planning on doing. So there's some of that stuff to look forward to. Like, there are some games that I plan on talking about that... but however, some of these games I'm not very good at, like the Mega Man games. Because, like, I want to do some videos on the Mega Man games, but the problem is, I suck at Mega Man. So far I've beaten Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, or I'm almost at the end of Mega Man 3. I can't remember what's wrong with me. Oh well, I'm doing okay-ish now. I mean, thanks to Legacy Collection having the rewind feature. Sorry guys, but those games are too hard to play without it. Screw you.
Any closing thoughts?
Any closing thoughts? We're closing already? Oh no. Any last customers coming into the store?
No.
Oh wait, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, these things are normally an hour or so or more, but
Well, I don't really know how long we're usually gonna do these for.
yeah,
We could have some inconsistent lengths. So yeah, we don't really know how these are gonna turn out when we start doing them. So just a warning. So I guess that's all we're talking about today. So have a good day or night or whatever time of the day it is wherever you live. And please, don't die, because if you do, you won't be able to hear our voices anymore.